What is going on, guys and girls? It is Ghost Robo, and welcome back to some more Epic Evolve. Today we play Trapper, trying to dome up the monster with our dinosaur pal as Maggie. Look how cute it is! I don't know why it has creepy, strange gobblers growing off of its neck, but hey, it helps track the monster, and we need that in order to go and lock him down. Thank you guys for your support on the series. As always, everybody's been asking for Trapper. That's why we're playing her here. If you guys are excited, hit that like button. Let me know who you want to see more of, who you want to see next in the comments below, and that is who I will show you when we return. For now, though, let's find out how Laz, Bucket, Maggie, and Markov can fare against the ferocious Goliath. Match starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
Maggie is the trapper. She hunts down and traps the monster. The strength of the trapper class is the ability to contain the monster and force the fight. Deploying the mobile arena is critical to your team's success. Hold the equip button to take the mobile arena down. The machine pistol has a wide spread, but deals significant damage in a firefight. Harpoon traps can be placed on the ground to limit a monster's mobility, allowing teammates to deal extra damage and escape from danger. Daisy, the pet trapjaw, sniffs out the monster and its tracks, leading the team to combat more quickly. She will also try to revive encapped players.
So Trapper is both one of the most critical classes, and I also feel the one that you can kind of get away with the most if you're a beginner. Like, I'll be honest and tell you that Trapper is the class I have the least experience with, even compared to Monster. Like, I've played the least Trapper, primarily just because my playstyle, my thought process it's not a trapping process. I like to pursue the monster, I like to aggressively attack, and I feel like Trapper's main job is really to dome up the monster and then lock him down with harpoons, which can be very useful, it can be very helpful. I've seen games go very quickly with a very good Trapper, and I've also seen games be able to be won with a Trapper who isn't the hottest, at least in my experience so far. Perhaps that will change as we get closer to the game's actual release and see the other Trapper classes. Alas, let's go and do our dirty work here on Distillery. We've got Markov, we've got Bucket, we've got Lazarus, and we've got Daisy. Now, Daisy is super interesting because she is a pet dino that will do her best to track the monster. And not only that, but she survives as a 5th character on your team. So if all 4 of your hunters go down, Daisy's still alive, the monster does not win. Similarly, the monster can go after Daisy and take her down, perhaps mistaking her for a playable human hunter. So she's valuable in many ways, and that's what makes Maggie pretty special. Now the monster has alerted some birds. Already we're 100 meters away, and our team is sticking together nicely. We've got wildlife, and I've got harpoon traps, I've got a dome, and I've got my machine pistol. Daisy kind of takes up a slot of her own, but there's nothing usable. It's not like I can command Daisy and or ride Daisy and or sick Daisy at the monster, but Daisy will do her darndest to help us out here. Can I make it up, please? There's a nice little system where even if you run out of just a little bit of jet fuel, like if you're at the very last gasp of your jetpack, it will help you get over the edge, which I think is super smart. You don't want to frustratingly like rise to the top of a cliff and then slowly drift down because you just had 2% too little fuel. So they kind of assist you at the top of hills or cliffs or whatever you want to call them, rocks, and pull your character up, which is nice. So everybody's kind of on the hunt. Daisy and me are kind of tracking behind, looking to kind of cut the monster off, maybe approach him a different way where we see him. Everybody's placing waypoints, which is good. That's something we talked about last time, is using that right stick to waypoint your way towards the monster. It seems like my teammates have a drop on the monster even before Daisy does, which is good. So we will head that way. Monster's already leveled up, though, so this is a pretty solid monster. He's doing his job, and he's reached level 2, stage 2, early on in the match. But we have found him, and now I want to get there as quickly as possible because we do have a sight on Goliath. He's there, running his way around. Teammates, go after him, go after him. If only I could activate super speed and dash my way down towards him. But the dome is interesting. It's something that you got to get a feel for in terms of its range because you can kind of see it on your screen, but at the same time you need to have the experience and the knowledge of how it works specifically in order to really trap him up. Now, Goliath has just gotten movement speed, which means no dome is being dropped at this current moment. So this is a match that is very about speeding after a very quick monster, one who is doing a nice job of avoiding us. We have spotted him yet again, and we're dealing a little bit of damage to his armor, which is critical. You want to whittle that away, kind of make him play this tug of war, right? There he is. Hello, Goliath. What are you doing? He's going to be eating stuff, trying to gain his armor back. We want to chip away. Then he has to go and eat more. We want to chip away. And eventually that works in the monster's favor, to be honest, because he will gain an evolve, whatever you want to call it, point. He'll fill up his meter to be able to evolve. He now has armor regeneration, so this is probably the hardest monster match I played in all my time playing the game. So it was a tricky time here for our crew as we pursue somebody who really knows what they're doing. I don't remember exactly who was playing the monster, but props to them for rocking it. Monster's a tough class to play. At PAX Prime, I saw a lot of people die very quickly as the monster. Even amongst people that I've played with, you kind of don't realize that you really need to be on the move quickly. You really need to get out of there. And you really need to be smart and stealthy about your monster maneuvers. And some people you're learning the monster, and it's quite easy to sort of fall victim to engaging too early. We talked last time about the strategy of going head on in order to use your skills to your advantage and push the monster when it counted most. But at the same time, you don't want to do that too early. Now, I tried to throw my freaking thing, but it did not. Oh, I did get him. Okay, good. He's in the dome. We've got Goliath domed, and now hopefully everyone can go to work. Goliath seems to have a serious love for me as we harpoon him in place. I'm trying to lock him down rather than do damage, because I feel like the Trapper is best used, especially against Goliath, to really hold him back, pull on his body. But the problem with the Trapper going down is that before you know it, the monster is going to be out of here. So that's not a good thing. The dome drops, and Goliath is set free once again. But you got to see how cool it looks when you do drop those harpoon traps and lock him down. That's something that you can set up around the main conflict point in terms of the power relay or generator. Towards the end of the game, you can really just sort of dot the map and pepper the whole area with these harpoon traps and keep Goliath or Kraken really in the zone. And they're going to want to be there, but at the same time, you're going to restrain them from making any progress against the generator or your teammates. Kraken and Goliath are the two that we know, but there are definitely more monsters coming. One is going to be, on the disc with the game, and another is going to be available for all that pre-order. So basically, if you're going to get this game, might as well pre-order and get the free monster. I typically don't pre-order games at all, but I probably will pre-order this because I want the free monster. And whether that's a devious way or a smart way, I don't know. But I mean, it's definitely a little bit like trying to force you to pre-order, but in this game, the monsters are so valuable that really, an extra free monster is a lot of content. This is a game where, if you think about it, the monster itself creates so much of the game strategy, so much of the battle mechanics, that I've played this game with both, Kraken and Goliath as and against. And there's so much variability just with those two that as you add a third, a fourth, and eventually 5th, 6th, 7th, however far they go with this, you're really expanding the game by a much larger percentage than it seems. This isn't just like adding a new character class or getting a new item type or something. Basically the monster, I kind of think of it as a game mode in and of itself. The way that Kraken plays, the way Goliath plays, sure, it's being used for the same objective and the same goal, but they exist as such a different beast that I don't even know what the third monster is going to be as we try and fight through these frosty drifts here that do blur your vision. I'm excited to see what other... that's Goliath. He's looking really mighty as he has all of his spikes, all of his sauce ready to take me down. He is the boss. But I'm looking forward to what that third monster can be because Goliath and Kraken do play so different. The main thing that I think, and I've talked to some of my friends about, is a burrowing monster, someone that goes underground. That's kind of our train of thought right now that we think would be really, really cool. Try to harpoon trap him down, lock him in place so Assault can go to work. Trapper, a lot of times with Trapper, you're not being a major damage dealer. You're kind of working to dome up, harpoon around, track. If you're playing as the other Trapper, he has the ability to fire a harpoon gun, so you legit actually need to lock down Goliath with your reticle, or crack him with your reticle. Here I'm just kind of dropping these around the map, but that does leave me quite vulnerable because this is a long reload time. Luckily we get the team cloak from support there, save my soul, keep the dome up as we deal massive damage. His armor is depleted, and we are now going straight for his health. This Goliath, though, is playing pretty smart. As you'll notice, he's not really running away. He knows he's stage 3, and he's utilizing that to his advantage in order to really go after us. Assault is down, and he keeps smashing and crashing, trying to really ruin us. I am now in very bad shape. I'm down as well, and he's knocked me pretty far away. So he's going to have a chance to probably either kill us here or escape. Daisy is stupidly trying to save me. Daisy, I love you, but leave, please, baby girl. Now we're both dead. That's not cool. So our team assault is back up. I've totally perished, and now we just trust our teammates to survive until that dropship comes back. They are doing good damage, and at this point Goliath has made a great run at it, but he's not going to get everybody. It's just blatantly obvious he does not have the chops right now to take us all down. So thankfully I've been picked back up, and we are ready to chase after him again. We really need to pursue fast. He's level 3. We have his armor depleted. His health is pretty down. Letting him gain full armor is going to be a bad move. And I think a monster that could burrow and be very quick would also be just such a threat. You know, we have Kraken, who kind of is the aerial projectile-based creature. We've got Goliath, who is sort of the melee, just maul you in your face type creature. And so I think a speed monster that gets in and gets out quickly is probably something that they will go for. Like, to be 100% straight up and honest with you, I have zero actual idea who the third monster is going to be. I have not been informed. I have no hints. I know nothing. So I'm only just making my own guesses at this point. I wish I did know something. I swear I do, but I don't know anything. So I think a burrowing monster would be pretty cool. It would fit and it would work in the maps. If they're not going to do something subterranean, I think more of a monster that can either, like, I don't know if you would want a monster to have cloak, or if that would be too powerful, but something that's almost more like just a very lithe, sneaky, snake-like creature that kind of just gets in, maybe takes a hunter, grabs a hunter, and runs with it or something. Like, I don't know, just a mobility-based monster that is pretty weak when it comes to 4v1, but is very strong if it's able to go one-on-one and can maneuver around quite quickly. Again, tracking Goliath as best we can with our waypoints. He's leaping the heck out of this moon rocket all around the map as fast as he can, because his goal is to get away from us and be able to feed. Right now our team really needs to get after him and probably try and cut him off, because again, if he just sits around, has a few dinners, we're going to be in bad shape. You saw a bunch of turrets there from support, and the way that a lot of those placeable encampment type items work is that as you place new ones, the initial will disappear. So if you've got 5 turrets, as soon as you place the 5th turret, well, the 6th turret will replace the 1st turret, the 7th the 2nd, 8th the 3rd, the 9th the 4th, so on and so forth, which I think is the right way to do it, rather than requiring you to, like, go pick them up or something incredibly awkward. Now, at this point, the monster has 2 strategies. 1, he can run away and try to get a bunch of armor, which he has done quite a lot. He has full armor right now. 2, he can go after the generator. I've got the dome up. He's locked in place, but I need my team to come help me. Otherwise, I'm going to go down. This is what makes Trapper pretty difficult to play, and why I'm excited to get more time with the Trapper to try and really improve my skills, because it's something where you want to dome up the monster as soon as you can, but if you dome up the monster when he has a sight on you, he's probably going to take you down so that he has the ability to escape. It's sort of the same thing. I mean, it's really the same for any class, but especially Trapper and Medic. Luckily, Lazarus is letting me back to this world with no health penalty, because Lazarus does have the Lazarus gun, which is super useful. I'm waiting for my dome to recharge up here. So it's a lot of strategy and tactics in terms of when you're going to use that big old dome. At the right moment, you kind of want to be sight unseen when you drop it, so that you have at least a few moments with the dome before he's able to really, you know, take you down and then just eviscerate everyone else. We've got his armor down, but he's doing pretty good. And now he got the medic down, which is insanely critical for the monster. Especially with Lazarus, that has to be your focus. You've got to get the medic gone. When I play Lazarus, and he's probably my best class, and the one I played the most, like, my main objective is to never let the monster see me. I'm really trying my hardest to avoid at all costs. And we are definitely pushing on the monster, but that is not him. Where is he? That's a giant wildlife that looks like the monster, but it sure isn't. No perk from that guy. Somebody has sights on him, but support, we're too spread out right now. My team's issue is that we're not communicating enough, and we're just too we're not, you know, there's a fine line between being too close, especially against Goliath. You don't want to be victim to all of his area of effect attacks, like everything. The fire breath, the rock throw, and the leap smash all do massive AoE damage, and so you don't want to be two together. At the exact same time, though, you don't want to split up so much that he can just, you know, 1v1 you, because it's pretty tricky to get away from Goliath. Like Kraken, you know, he's trying to fly and do these lightning strikes that take quite a bit of queue-up time, but Goliath can maul and mash and just get in your face and scratch you to bits. So, Medic is dead. Assault is low on health. Daisy's low on health. I'm doing okay currently, but really, right now, we kind of want to avoid as much as possible. Our dropship is coming back in 30 seconds, and this is going to bring the Medic back to Earth, and that is huge. Well, I don't think this is Earth. I think this is a different... I don't know. Is this Earth? Maybe it's a different planet. If someone knows the lore, let me know in the comments below, because I believe this is a different planet within the solar system. I don't know. Some solar system. I don't know that anywhere on Earth looks quite this majestic and or crazy. Now, where the monster is going, I surely do know. He's going to feed and try to build his armor back. His health is pretty low, but regaining that armor is going to be critical, especially because we don't have Hide. Now, Hide's flamethrower, I feel like it tears through the armor so quickly, and without Hide, his armor is going to be useful. Markov definitely has his own benefits. His lightning gun can be insanely devastating, but from what I've seen, like, it seems like Hyde's flamethrower is just gorgeous. So we've got the dome down. We're in pretty good shape right now. This Goliath is low on health. He's low on armor. He kind of instigated an encounter before we were ready. It would have been nice to have Medic back in the zone to help heal up with, like, the you know, stuff. Medic is back, but I feel like we were not grouped well, and now the monster is going ham, pouncing on me and putting me straight into misery and then out of it. Trapper is dead, and we're relying now on support and Daisy, and I think Medic to do the job here. So low on damage, you know, that's what's gonna hurt, because we gotta get through his armor. Oh, do we have assault? Oh, I'm back. Okay, good. It was Medic. Never mind. All right, I was right. So I am back up. We've got 3 hunters. Medic is back. All 4 of us are here, so this is a chance. If we can keep after the monster, we do have a good opportunity to finish this fight here. He's low on armor. He's definitely going to go and try to re-heal up. This is one of the more extended matches I played. Evolve is one of those strange games where you're playing for 10 minutes and it feels like you've been playing for a half an hour. Not because it's boring by any stretch of the imagination, but because of the intensity. Like, your body feels like you have been in this epic struggle for ages, but then you look at the clock and you're like, oh, that was only 12 minutes of my life, let's go another round. And I really like that. I love a game where you lose such track of time that it feels like you've been playing forever, and doesn't feel like, oh, that was so brief. I never have the feeling like this game is like taking too long, or that it's going too quick. Now, I have played against some newbie monsters where the game has gone really quick, but so long as you're playing against somebody who has the basic bearings of the game down, you know, your matches are going to probably exist anywhere in the 10 to 15 minute range. An extensive match like this one, you know, will go about 20 minutes, but that is rare from what I've seen. We are getting toasted. Goliath using wildlife to his advantage to lure us in. He has a lot of armor. He's feasted up. I'm trying to get stuff down, trying to lock him in place. We do, but in some ways I'm wondering if this is a bad idea. Goliath, all of his armor. We got to get heal burst in on the assault and on me. Medic, I need you, Lazarus. Don't wait till I'm dead. I need your freaking juices now. Please come to me instead. I'm trying to hide because I do no good running in there and letting myself die, but I have been bitten by a deep sea weird mouth baby Diplodocus Kraken Cthulhu creature, and I think this spells defeat for our Hunter Corps. This is one of the only games I've ever lost at Evolve, right here. Kudos to this Goliath for doing a nice job and playing. He played the ebb and flow perfectly. He attacked when he needed to. He backed off when it was smart. He came at us when we were weak, and he fled when we were strong. It's exactly what you got to do as the monster. It's a game of taking chances, but also making sure you keep your meters where they need to be. So we've got a couple guys left. They're going to try their hardest here, but it's not looking good. We're spread out, and we don't have the ability to make things happen. He just picked up health regeneration, and I think that just about signals the end for our crew. Thank you guys and girls so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode as the Trapper. Let me know what you want to see in the comments below. Next, do you want to see more monster? I'm thinking maybe we'll go back to the evil side of things, but I'm curious to hear what you guys want as Bucket gets swallowed by an enormous Venus flytrap, and that will spell doom for our foursome. Until next time, everybody, fantastic day. Drink some hot chocolate. Thanks so much for watching. I love you all. Oh, that does not sound good. All those bodily fluids being burst into bits. Oil and blood. Weird toast. Till next time, thanks again, and we will see you all later.